Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and anything else that you decide to be. As has been promised for ages since the Ark Cliffside base, it's finally time to actually get around to doing the Wheel of Time reviews. The best excuses I can come up with is that I'm not good at this and I'm still new to the whole YouTube thing, and let alone doing book reviews or reviews of any sort. As well as that, tech issues, trying to get some time to actually be by myself and to record. It's not been easy. I am living with my girlfriend, with her family, and it is a loud family, and I'm not one for recording in front of people yet. So it hasn't been done yet. I'm doing it now. I'm going to put this recording through as well as I can. Anyway, so now that's out of the way, the Wheel of Time. It is a 15-book long series, each book about that thick. It starts off with The Eye of the World, which was released in 1990, and it culminated with The Memory of Light, or A Memory of Light, in 2013. It is set in a primarily medieval era, although later books do tend to show sort of like the developing technologies that would take a world from medieval to like modern. Like they mention steam wagons at one point, like there's trying to invent steam wagons and stuff like that, and gunpowder is used. They have fireworks. Well, there's a guild called the Illuminators, and they pretty much are the makers of fireworks. Sorry, let me just move my screen aside so I can see my notes. Ah, yes. Give me a moment. Sorry, late at night. It's 11:24 at the moment, PM. I should be asleep, but I'm not yet. Anyway, so Wheel of Time does have a traditional a storyline of a battle between good and evil and light and dark and all that sort of thing. Pretty much everything has got that these days. It's like there's not really another way to write fantasy without it, I don't think. Sorry. Late. I'm exhausted. But anyway. So the main players for two sides. In the blue corner. But anyway. So for the light, which is the kind of the creator's side, but he never actually shows up. It is led by the dragon. The dragon is a reborn person from the Age of Legends, which came before. And, yeah, the story is primarily focused on him. On the other hand, on the dark, we have the Dark One. And the Dark One is, well, yeah, basic opposite to the creator, stereotypical religious scapegoat, I guess. Yeah. Hold on. Anyway, so the Dark One is your epitome of evil and chaos and all that sort of thing, whereas we're rooting for the light, for the dragon, and for his followers, I suppose? Followers and comrades and blah blah blah. Anyway, so as I mentioned before about the Dark One being, the dragon being reborn, magic in the Wheel of Time is through a power called the One Power, or the True Source. The True Source is split into the male and female halves. Males can only use Satan, females can only use Sadar. But in the before the story, the dragon there was a big war between the dragon, the light and the dark, when Shaitan, the Dark One, was almost released. And yes, that is his name in the books, Shaitan. Anyway, so he's almost released from the prison he was put in at Dawn of Time. And yeah, there's a massive war between a couple of the channelers of the One Power, who split over to his side, and armies created with monsters that are created by these forsaken channelers. There's also other lesser channelers, but there's 12 main ones, but read the books for that sort of stuff. Anyway, so the dragon launched an attack, which, again, it's the Dark One, to end the battle, and managed to seal the Dark One back away. But the Dark One released a final counterstroke, and tainted Satan, because there was only male channelers that went with the dragon, and he pretty much, and it tainted Satan, and anyone who used it or was had to use it because it was part of them, they were sent mad and insane and started killing everyone, and they'd also start to get they call it a wasting sickness, where it's sort of handled like frostbite, I guess, as it's described as. And there's all at least similar symptoms, I suppose. But yeah. Anyway, the story begins in a time thousands of years after this battle. Pretty much every male channeler is rounded up by the female channelers and is pretty much sentenced to death. But the Aes Sedai, the channelers, they cut off the male channeler from the True Source. But part of that process, but it's described as a deep sense of loss, and 90%, 99.99%, etc. of the time, the channeler who was cut off dies. They just lose a will to live. Anyway, so going on, the story begins with 3 young men in a village: Grand Althor, Matrim Calvon, and Perrin Bara. Rand and Matt are both shepherd's sons, I believe. I know Rand is. Matt? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's Sorry, I had that yawn coming for a while. Let's try to hold it back. Anyway. I think Matt is also a shepherd, or his family runs an orchard or something. But anyway, and Perrin is a blacksmith. Well, blacksmith's apprentice, but pretty much does master level work already. Anyway, so these 3 men are forced to leave their homes because of an attack by the Dark One's armies. And what follows then is a proceeding which follows them learning how to use the powers that they have. I won't get into details. And yeah, like they're each different in their abilities and what they learn to do. And how they handle things as well. Rand and Matt are both Rand and Perrin are both honourable. They're the ones who have to stand up and take the fall. Whereas Matt is always the one trying to get out of trouble, but not doing very well at it. Can't really say much more about that without spoiling books. It already goes pretty much on for, yeah. Throughout the first book you start seeing tendencies of how they're becoming. Matt doesn't really come, you don't really see anything special about Matt until a bit later on in the series, but yeah. None of these 3 boys are normal. But anyway, well, they're not really boys, they're young men. But yeah, Matt definitely acts like a boy. But anyway, so the Wheel of Time story itself, it focuses a lot on cultures and stuff that already exist. For example, a belief of reincarnation is pretty much prevalent throughout the story. And yeah, there's characters in the past called Arthur Pendrag, which, yes, is a reference to Arthur Pendragon, the King Arthur. And then you've got a version of the Sword in the Stone, and yeah, stuff like that just, you know that it's from known mythologies and religions and stuff. Also, characters do show references to so sorry about the yawning. As I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yes, characters do show notes to mythological figures. Yeah. Can't tell you how much because that would obviously spoil parts of the book. But yeah, characters are references to historical figures. Yeah. All in all, despite the length of the books, they are excellent books. I strongly suggest reading them. The Wheel of Time series, primarily by Robert Jordan, but due to his unfortunate demise, that doesn't sound right. Due to his unfortunate passing, Brandon Sandersson took over for the last couple of books. Anyway, so I'll leave it up to you to decide if you want to read it. I suggest it. I really do love the books, and I do want there to be a decent following. I also want there to be a good TV series about them. There was a pilot that was made by a company called Red Eagle Entertainment. I hope Red Eagle Entertainment goes out of business permanently for the mutilation that was their pilot. It was horrible. It was so horrible, there was a lawsuit about it between the Jordan estate, run by Harriet Jordan, Robert Jordan's wife, and Red Eagle. Like, it was shockingly bad. It was Aragon bad. It was Percy Jackson bad. But anyway, great books. Hopefully they'll get the credit they're due. And I will see you on the next video. Hopefully I'll get that done soon. Get that up soon. Or done soon. I kind of mixed those two words there. But anyway. See you all later. The Geeky Gamer, signing out.